Hello, this is Suzanne, aka the Weight Loss Coach, and welcome to part 2 of our 8-part mini-series on how to master your metabolism to lose weight naturally and easily. So today I want to talk about the metabolic power of quality. So if there's one thing that you take away and you don't take anything else from this whole series, quality is going to make one of the biggest differences when it comes to weight and its loss and how your body metabolizes food. So did you know that the quality of your food totally affects the quality of your mood? The majority of our feel-good hormones are actually produced in the gut. So the majority of information goes from the gut up to the brain, not the brain down to the gut. And so it makes sense then that when we are putting food into our body, that it's good food, that it's good quality food, that we're really looking after ourselves to make sure that we're getting the best information, feel goods, the hormones into our body, because food does have information in it. Food has energy obviously in it, and when we're eating good quality food, it has a sense of aliveness. It has the energy within fresh food that our body needs to do all the things that we want to do on a day-to-day basis, because we're all busy, right? The people that I work with are generally very busy. They've got jobs, families, in relationship. They're spending a lot of time doing a lot of things for other people and just trying to survive and get through the day, which leads to unhelpful eating behaviors, going for the quick and easy, the quick fix, which is generally a processed option. Now, processed food, if you were to think of it in a way that a processed food there's no life in that food. It's designed to have a very long shelf life, but there's no freshness about it. It's generally full of chemicals and preservatives and additives and all sorts of things to make it look pretty for longer, but there's no quality nutrition in that food. When we eat that kind of food because we're rushed and we're looking for the quick and easy, we want the bar, it says protein, so yeah, tick, that must be good. That's not good. It's processed, it's in a packet. What other kind of preservatives and numbers and colors and all sorts of things that your great-great-grandmother wouldn't recognize as food, what is actually in that? Well, I can tell you that kind of food, anything that's coming that is highly processed, is going to make you feel tired and lethargic. It's not going to make you feel full for very long, so you're going to be looking for more. It's very inflammatory to the body, so aches and pains. So often when I'm working with my clients, when we start to put them, or when we put them onto a very high quality regime of eating just fresh food, when we start to change that, all of a sudden they feel fuller for longer. Their aches and pains start to disappear. The fogginess in their head starts to disappear. They have more clarity, more energy. So getting back to processed food, there's no life in those foods. When you eat those foods, you feel heavy and dense. When you eat good quality fresh food, if you can just imagine going to a beautiful fresh fruit and veg shop or a farmer's market, like, it's so alive, there's so much color and vibrance, and the smells are just delicious. These foods still have a measure of life in them. And so when we eat these beautiful fresh foods, we ingest the life of that food. It gives us energy. We've got good nutrition in our body. And that helps us to keep us fuller for longer. It helps the feel-good hormones in our gut to be produced, to go up to our brain. So we're feeling so much happier. And when we're feeling happier, we're likely to do more stuff. We're likely to be more active, more social, feel better about ourselves. But when we stick to, low quality, highly processed foods, we're just not going to get the same outcome. So another part that's really important to know about the quality of your food when you're preparing your meals and planning out your day, which I do highly recommend, rather than just do it on the fly. Generally, if we start looking for foods on the fly, it's not going to be the healthiest option. It's going to be a quick and easy thing. But we do need to consider the macronutrients. So these are the big nutrients of the foods that we eat. And they are proteins, healthy carbs, and healthy fats. So when you've got those three components in every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then your body, the internal radar of your body, is very happy because it knows it's getting everything that it needs. If we're missing out on those things and we're eating, high carby type foods, and by the way, when I say carbohydrates, I mean the healthy carbohydrates, the non-processed. I'm talking about vegetables and fruits and whole foods, whole grains that haven't been stripped of all their, all their goodness just to be commercially produced and highly processed for those long shelf life foods. So when we're getting enough of those proteins, those healthy carbohydrates, those healthy fats, then your body's getting enough nutrition. It's not looking for more. When we're eating highly processed foods, then this inner radar that knows, just has this knowing that it's part of our autonomic nervous system, it's part of our subconscious mind, it's part of our enteric nervous system. There's so many systems in our body that are constantly looking out for us. If we're not getting what we need, these systems fire off warnings, and generally it is hungry, I'm hungry. It's driving you to go and get more food. Our bodies are pretty smart, but they're not that smart. They can't really tell us in the moment what we should be eating. We're driven to get something that is going to give us energy, and generally that's the quick and easy. But when you're eating good quality food, you're not getting this kind of message. So you feel satiated, you feel fuller for longer, and the need to have, particularly if you're a sugary person, you like all the sweet things. If you're making sure you've got enough protein and enough healthy fats in every meal, that really negates, because you're getting your energy there and you're getting satiety from protein, energy from the fats, satiety from the protein. You're not going to be looking for that highly processed carb or sugar or sweet or bread or whatever that is. Another thing to know about food and the quality of our food is, obviously, when we're eating good quality food, we're getting a high amount of good quality nutrition and nutrients in our body, which are there to, preserve and protect and build and grow our cells and allow us as human beings to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. So many of my clients will say to me, Suzanne, I just don't have the willpower. I know what to do, I just can't do it. I have not got the willpower to say no to this stuff. So I want to tell you that, it's not really about the willpower. It's more about the quality of your food. Because if you're not having good, as I've just talked about, if you're not having good quality food, then it's going to drive you to eat in ways that are unhelpful. Your mind and your body is just got its survival mode on, and it wants you to eat. And over time, we eat out of habit, we eat out because we're time poor. Our choices are just looking for quick and easy. But when we start to change what we have available to ourselves, be accountable, making sure that, we're eating good, healthy, quality, nutritious food, then we're not looking for those things. So therefore, it doesn't become a willpower thing. It becomes more of a choice. So I hope you found that helpful. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the power of awareness and more about how digestion really begins in the mind. So stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you next time. Any questions, comments, please post below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.